How is an aggressive hybrid fund different from a multi-asset fund? In a bad market week, which category holds up better and why? How can these funds be matched to real-life goals? Who should choose an aggressive hybrid fund over a multi-asset fund? What is one simple thumb rule to choose between the two? Hello and welcome to Investors Hangout, your weekly guide to making smarter investment decisions. This series is brought to you by Aditya Birla Sun Life Mutual Fund and Value Research. Now, hybrid funds, they are the steadier take on growth. They are the safe middle. But investors, they often get confused between the variety of hybrid funds that we have. Today, here, we'll be decoding the multi-asset funds and the aggressive hybrid funds. And to do that, we have with us Dhirendra Kumar. Welcome, Dhirendra.
Thank you.
So it is the same hybrid label with aggressive hybrid funds as well as multi-asset funds. So what is the rulebook difference that changes everything?
Oh, there's a very precise difference. And think of aggressive hybrid fund is equity with a seatbelt. Mm-hmm. It is dominantly an equity fund, 75% equity and 25% fixed income. Mm-hmm. Whereas multi-asset is diversified at all times. It has equity, it has debt, and it will also have a commodity, gold or silver. So that will remain diversified at all times. And this will be equity with a safety net, with a big shock absorber.
All right. So on a bad market week, who flinches less and why?
Generally, on a bad day or a bad week, I would imagine that the equity fund, bad day or bad week for the equity market, the aggressive hybrid fund should fall more. But it all depends, because there is a possibility that fixed income can also decline. Even the commodities can decline. We have seen extreme volatility in the commodity, and we have seen the big surge. Currently, right now, these multi-asset fund, the recent performance looks very nice because of that 10-15% allocation to gold and silver. And that may not always be the case. Sometimes there could be a drag. But it is a belief in diversification, and that is almost like equity, a steadier take on equity, steadier take on growth. That is the aggressive hybrid fund. The real charm is that it is all happening. It is all happening actively. It is all happening deliberately. And it is all happening in a very tax efficient manner without you worrying about if I have to diversify myself. I will have to sell something, buy something all the time just to keep, and going by the recent madness, it could be, doing it every week just to keep in a certain narrow lane. It is all happening automatically, or somebody taking care of it without any tax implication. So that is a steadier one. Multi-asset is diversified, and aggressive hybrid is substantially equity with 25% fixed income. That makes it a steadier, I would call it the most conservative equity fund category rather than a hybrid.
All right. Now talking about goal-based planning. To make it more practical for investors, how should one match these funds to real-life goals?
Don't match it for real-life goals. Think of it in terms of your context. And because I think that these funds are mainstream funds. These are like diversified equity fund. Everybody should have them for the long run. But who should have them? Once you are getting towards retirement and you started very late and you are not comfortable, you are not used to equity. These are nice vehicles to have. Second is that if a relatively middle-aged person getting started with his equity investment, these are great vehicles to start. And because they really help you develop and build confidence. Because if you are faced with the worst of or the horrible situation in the equity market, which most people in the investing for the long run will face, that is inevitable. And it is so scary that it becomes very difficult for you to hang around. And if you don't hang around, you'll be deprived of the whole market mechanism or all the pleasures or all the, it's inflation beating potential for your life. So these are great vehicles for somebody who wants to start with a conservative, on a conservative footing. As and when you tend to get a little conservative or fearful of the market because of your income, approaching retirement, getting anxious, these are great vehicles to have. Not in terms of a goal. These are growth vehicles. These are steady growth vehicles than an all equity fund.
Who should invest in an aggressive hybrid fund vis-a-vis a multi-asset fund?
These multi-asset funds are a relatively recent invention. And recent invention also because gold and silver became came in the investable form. It was possible for you to buy or sell gold and silver through a mutual fund, and that is how it became it. So it started as a novelty. But if I have to think of a simple vehicle which is giving me phenomenal benefit of rebalancing, great equity portfolio, a high yielding fixed income portfolio, and keeping it very simple and a growth oriented one, with that mindset, for a conservative investor, aggressive hybrid fund is the best. If you right now, the multi-asset category has come on the forefront simply because of gold and silver. Otherwise, I would imagine that it is an aggressive hybrid fund with 5%, 10% allocation to this. So good till it lasts, and I'm still little old-fashioned to think that gold and silver, they are having a good time. One should have some allocation, so keeping it simple. But I like these aggressive hybrid funds for their discipline, for their frozen allocation, and the discipline of allocation translates into very consistent performance and in a far steadier way. So long-term investors should have that. Extremely fearful investor getting excited about gold and silver as well and getting all of it in a single combination, that's a decent vehicle.
All right. Now, a lot of investors, they look at last year's returns and they decide which one to invest in. Is that the right way to do it?
No, that is never the right way to do it. And in fact, in fixed income funds, it is a dangerous way to do it. Because if you look at last year's return, the fund which did the best might have taken away, and the very fact that they did the best, they took a bet on interest rate and it materialized. And the very fact that it happened, that the next year is going to be relatively poor. And cyclicality of market is so well established that nothing, the moment you start believing that it will start doing well, things turn around. And the greater the belief, the more likely that it will turn around. So that is the biggest mistake which most investors do, and it is very easy mistake to do, because when you are doing it, it looks like the easiest thing to do, the foolproof thing to do, because you are riding a bus which is speeding, and you are still able to ride it. So it is not, and this is where I have this is where my apprehension for the multi-asset fund comes, that we have had the finest of times for that 15% allocation to commodities, or 10% or 20%. And as and when it reverses, people will be disappointed. So don't come with that expectation here.
Right. Now, to wrap up this episode, if you had to give one thumb rule to choose between the two, what would that be?
Start anyway. Don't get confused by this. If you're a long-term investor, can well consider equity and hybrid. If you have little hope that there's this gold and silver volatility you can tide over and it will translate into superior returns, because now the outlook for gold and silver has changed completely. One, silver became an investable form 2-3 years back. Gold is now, in the last 2-3 years, central bankers are buying as if that's the only game in town. So that has created an enormous demand, and we see the volatility. We have seen the volatility or the decline in recent weeks, but this might persist. And if this persists, then the multi-asset fund looks like an opportunistic, steadier one. But because it has done exceedingly well, be prepared for a more wild ride there. Both are somewhat similar, except that the multi-asset fund gives you a flavor of gold and silver as well. And that has added to the volatility, and that has added to the performance. So I would think of multi-asset as a high-octane thing, and equity and the aggressive hybrid fund with equity and fixed income is a long-term, steadier take on growth, steadier vehicle.
So if you've been confused between the multi-asset and aggressive hybrid funds, hopefully this episode gave you clarity. That's all we have for you in today's episode. Keep watching this space for more information. We'll see you next week.